What's up, everybody? Welcome tonight to the Pulse, November 1st, Dia de los Muertos, for those of us there in the United States and the Latin American countries. I'm the important one, Mr. Mayhem, the storyteller. You know, we all have jobs on the real side because we can't get you guys to make us enough views so we get paid yet. So we do have to work. I'm a little under the weather, but the show must go on. And of course, the show must go on with some guests. So, welcome our first guest here. He's the one that's joined us so far. We know everybody likes to join us here in a little bit. He is now one half of the Revolution Tag Team Champions. He's got more gold in his future to include possibly here in Heart and Soul. Please welcome the Purge. Welcome, Purge.
It just makes me wondering that you don't refer me as the PPA CEO Justin Smith, but thank you for the warm introduction here.
Hey, I'm always grateful to have my stars here. And if Justin Smith were to come over and want to talk about the Civil Rumble that's happening, I would have been glad to talk to him, but I have you today.
I mean, I could already say this, like, I'm officially entering the Civil Rumble match 2024. But there awesome. You have it, folks.
Well, let's give us a little bit about that since CEO Smith is not coming in. Give us a little bit about that, because PPA has always been a great friend and a great ally of Heart and Soul Promotion. So here's your time to tell us a little about it.
The Civil Rumble match is the one match who could change a career drastically. No matter if you are Hsp, no matter if you are Elite Marks, Foundation, or yada, yada, yada. If you want to change your course of your career, just enter the Civil Rumble match. But make sure that all you're going to do is get over the top rope, because I'm going to be the one who's winning the Civil Rumble match, period.
Awesome. Well, how many, I think CEO Smith said he wants to get like 30, 35 people. Is that what he was trying to get?
Do I look like that I'm sitting in the management board of the alliance?
No, but I'm sure he's talked about it. How many people he's trying to bring in?
He is always optimistic. He wants to have like this many people there. He wants this many people there. He said like he wants around maximum 30 people from all over the promo world.
All right, so tell us a little about that. I know you've competed in that match before. Tell us kind of how it works. Let the people who may not be familiar be interested. They might want to join.
So basically, like, what you're gonna do is pissants and assholes is basically sell yourself to the judges. If you have some beef with others, just go and do your own thing. People like Dave Baker, Ivan Rage, just won that match with 26 people in it. Yes, because you know why? Because he is a self-made man. And yes, you know what that means, Mr. Mayhem? I am also a self-made man, because that's why I am one half of the Revolution Tag Team Champions. Also future Civil Rumble winner, also future 4-time Showdown champion, and also your future Soulfire champion.
Yes, and to the late Dave Baker, Ivan Rage, tragically he was killed, and he was a great loss to the promo community. He was great with PPA. He was very competitive here at Heart and Soul. He had a match with A-List Alverson for the Pure Heart title, so he was a great loss to the community. All right.
Don't mind me.
It's okay. We did have somebody who's come here to join you, and then I want to start with the burning question of the night. So please welcome Mama Purge.
Hello.
Well, I will say that she's joining us audio, but I will say, Mama Purge, before you say anything, your son behaved himself and acted appropriately.
I do. Hello, Mom.
Well,
Hello, Mom.
Well, he did not actually behave himself. That's why I came on here.
Well, that will leave for another time, because let's talk about Heart and Soul Promotions here. I'd love to talk a little bit more about Revolution and your tag team chance, but This is Heart and Soul Promotion. And as you know, the tradition here that the storytellers brought in, the burning question of the night. So, Purge, we'll start with you. You know, there are five, what are called the big five in the WWE. That's the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Money in the Bank, Survivor Series, and SummerSlam. Of those five pay-per-views, which one do you think is in the most trouble of no longer being called a part of the big five, and why?
I would say like this, SummerSlam is one of those who's definitely in trouble being a big five pay-per-view, because over the last few years you don't have the feeling to be to have like this with a big five pay-per-view. So I gotta go with SummerSlam.
All righty. Mama Purge, same question to you.
If you believe it or not, I do not watch wrestling. Only when like
Okay,
Justin watches it, and I'm getting abused to it to watch it. So
fair
I
enough.
can't really answer you that question. I'm sorry.
Fair enough. Well, my answer is WrestleMania.
Mm,
The reason I say WrestleMania used to be where you got all the big surprises, the big stars. You used to have the best matches. The problem is now everybody wants to get their WrestleMania moment and they want to get a WrestleMania payday. Now we get 2 days, 7.5 to 8 hours of mostly garbage wrestling with about three good matches. We don't get the surprise of the big stars because they happen on all the pay-per-views. To do WrestleMania, take it back to one day. I would even be fine if you do it from 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock or 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Just give me 4 hours, one day, great action. Give me some surprises. And I think WrestleMania won't be such a laughing stock that it is, because it's 2 days and everybody goes, oh, great. We get night one. Yay.
But actually, like when we watched WrestleMania this year, we said exactly the same. And nowadays, I mean, me and you both like, we are in the same age. Like, wrestling is not like the old days, like when The Undertaker, Hulk Hogan was. Now it's all about the, the you know, mm, how do I say that? The wrestlers getting worn out too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So they have more talents joining, and they're just doing it for money.
Yes.
It's not like you're getting a good show like in the old days. You know what I'm on about, right?
Yes. I would even compare it, what you guys would know more, old Catch Wrestling Alliance, Otto Vance. The
oh,
wrestling in that time period, the 70s, 80s, 90s, it wasn't about high spots. It wasn't about getting your stuff in. It wasn't about stunt shows. It was about telling a story. You only needed 4, 5, or 6 bumps. You told a great story. You had great action. You know, the new term in wrestling is called rest hold. You're familiar with the term. You were in the ring. Before 1991, it was just called wrestling. Now it's called a rest hold.
Huh.
exactly. I have to agree with that. My my trainer told me about that. Well, bless you.
Yes, and I miss that kind of wrestling. Yes, I still watch the E, but I find it
Let's
harder and harder to care.
let's be real. We still all watch the E,
Yes, that's true.
and
All
always with
right.
that. Oh my God, this was shitty booking and all the stuff. God damn it. Well, then
All right.
stop watch wrestling.
Yeah. Well, let's switch the topic now, since I have two members here of the Six Pack Battle Brawl. Now, the theme of this show, Warpath, is this show will take place on November 9th. It's 2 days before the American Veterans Day. And I'm a veteran, as everybody all knows. We have a lot of people in this match who are veterans. Sergeant Havoc and Boss Salini were both members of the military. So we're doing it kind of as a tribute for that. Do more with less. That's why you only get 3 minutes, and it's bare bones. But I know that the contract between Mama Purge and the Purge both says that you would not compete one-on-one against your son or against your mother. How do you feel about this six-pack? We'll start, Purge. We'll start with you.
The other question is, was it Cartel's fault that I am in this match?
That you would have to discuss with Rich Man.
The problem, no, you are the booker of HSP, right?
Yes.
So why in the actually fuck? I already told this in my hype promo. In case those piss poor idiots out there who don't watch the product after all, I already told that you have the responsibility for putting ourselves into matches. So why in the actually fuck do you put me in a opposite direction to Mama Purge?
Well, I'll
Do
ask
you want to emotional hurt me or some shit like that?
Not. I do not. And I will tell you this, when it comes to Rich Man, there's more than just being a booker. Understand,
and I tell you one thing.
Department in charge of Soul Promotions for a reason. And it's to try and avoid some of the things Rich Man's doing. Mama Purge, please, you're trying to speak. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I'm just trying to say something. You want to know something. You only have to be clever to get through this match. And when you see my promo, you know what I'm on about. Because except for Bossellini, I've beaten all of you. So who's the clever ones from all of the six? It's me. So watch it, what I'm gonna do. You're all gonna, say, oh, there you go, Mama Perch is right.
All right. And Mama Perch, I want to ask a follow-up question with you. I know you're new to the promo world here, although you've been a fan for many, many years. How do you feel about a bare bones match? I know you enjoy bringing in your castle and speaking with your number one puppet,
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw. Sorry, my apologies.
I have got many puppets. For Halloween, I even got my.
About bare bones?
Yeah, I know. I already did bare bones once.
Okay, so you are at least familiar with what's the requirement.
Oh yeah, I did bare bones again. I did bare bones against Sergeant Chaos, and I won.
Nice.
So I haven't got a problem with that. And also, like I said before, you only have to be clever to get through this match.
That's true. Very true.
There's a lot of ways to go bare bones, but still be entertaining. So,
very true.
I guess you just gotta wait and see.
All right, so let's ask you first. You and your son, Mason Blade, Bossellini, AEP, and Sergeant Havoc. Who's the one that you're most concerned is the sleeper?
What do you mean by sleeper?
Sleeper is the person who comes out of nowhere to win that nobody expected.
I think Bossellini.
Okay.
Because lately he's on fire, and if he hasn't got his TV in the background and no, he's not allowed to have anything. True. So.
He can have a radio on, he just can't edit it in.
Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
But like I said.
All righty. And let's welcome to the show. He's the champion of the Soulfire division, and the one you guys are hoping to be facing at Soul Harvest. Please welcome Johnny Blade.
What's up, guys? Hi, how you doing, Mama Purge? Guys, I can't stay on long. I'm actually. All righty, that's good. Purge, how you doing, sir? Let me just say something. Yeah, I can't stay on long. I'm at work. I gotta go. I'm about to have to go back here very shortly. I just wanted to come on and say, if I was facing off with my grandmother, I would stomp through her to remain champion. The fact that you're too scared to face your mother, Purge, makes you look like a real wuss. Why don't you man up, face your mom, win this match, and let me and you have our rematch? Now, why don't you, give me an excuse now on why you don't want to win this match?
Soldier Purge.
Oh, I can't give you any excuse about it because I am the Soldier Purge. I'm gonna recruit and I'm gonna boot everybody to some success, my friend.
And one more thing. I've already beaten Mr. Wallace. I've already beaten A-List Albertson. I don't care if Purge, Bossellini, eventually I'm going to get heathen. I'm going to put away all of the cartel. That is my mission here in HSP. Now, I got to go. I got to get back to what I'm doing. Don't be crying about facing your mom, Soldier Purge. Face her, kick her when she's down, beat her if you have to, and go on to face me for the title. Mama Purge, same for you. Give him a beating. Give your son a beating and win this match and face me at Soul Harvest. Talk to you guys later.
I will.
Thank you, Johnny Blade.
First of all, Morgan, you listen!
Chef.
That's what I like to hear, Mama Purge. I love each and every single time you've been growing as a promo artist here. Good morning, Mr. Mayhem!
Good morning. Wie geht's Ihnen in der Bundeswehr?
Salute!
Wie geht's es Ihnen in der Bundeswehr?
Mir geht es super. Mich nennt man auch den Albtraum der deutschen Bundeswehr, der Soldier Purge. And I was been asking to take it over here a bit because I know Mama Purge has a strong force against the German bastard here. But I do want to say like this, Mama Purge. I know we know us very, very long. You was the one who created me here.
So,
exactly 24 years we know each other.
Don't interrupt me when I'm gonna speak here, for crying out loud.
So,
he's fighting with his tablet again.
Because I was a non-commissioned officer, so stand at ease. I asked this question to your mother, and I'll ask the question to Soldier Purge. Who is the sleeper in this six-pack challenge?
Oh, the sleeper in the six-pack challenge is none other than the fans. Because 4 out of 6 people, they're gonna sleep. Because they're gonna have the eyes on the Germans. They're gonna have the eyes on the Germans, just like in World War II. Oh, I remember the good old times on it. I would say like this. The 2 Purges in this match are the sleepers. They think like they're gonna beat the living scheisse out of their heads. But in the end, they're gonna be like just like mother and son. And all of you all, I'm gonna go because I need to drink some Krombacher. Stand up, salute, and say with me proudly, Einigkeit und Recht und Freiheit für das deutsche Vaterland.
Good night. All right, so Mama Purge, let me ask you, well, Soldier Purge is taking care of some business there. Mr. Wallace and Prince Blackheart facing off.
Jesus Christ on a nutshell. What in the actually fuck was going on? I
thought you had Soldier Purge out on detail, but apparently not.
Soldier Purge was here?
Yeah, I thought you had him on detail.
Oh, God. Did he talk about World War II again?
Yes, he did, but it's okay. I understand. StreamYard doesn't allow us to let this post in Germany.
Well, is it my problem? I think this was Soldier Purge's problem. I don't know. I at least don't hope you try to speak German here, Mr. Mayhem.
I unfortunately did. I just asked him, "How are you doing in the Bundeswehr?" and he went off. But I asked him in German.
Typical Soldier Purge. Well, thank fuck for it that the end never appeared on Mama Purge. Did the end ever appeared on the Pulse?
Nope.
It's okay. So let me ask you this first, Mama Purge. I was asking you this. Mr. Wallace, Prince Blackheart, the finals for the #1 contender tournament for the Pure Heart. Who do you have? I'm curious on this one.
Mr. Wallace, because I'm going to have to face him soon in another foundation. So it will be very, very, very hard. And he's a good promo artist, Mr. Wallace, and he knows his words. So, I mean, Prince Blackheart, now the last, was it the last 2 or 3 matches? He had a clean sweep, right?
Yes, he did.
And I mean, he really did good. I mean, it was the best matches I've ever seen of him. But Mr. Wallace is another league, so it will be very hard for Prince Blackheart to beat him. So,
All right. So, Purge, same question.
I'm gonna say like this to A, piss off Cartel, and B, that in the end we're gonna be the one who's laughing at last. I'm gonna say there is gonna become an upset. Prince Blackheart will be the one who challenging Old School for the Pure Hearts title.
Very nice. I'll say this about Prince Blackheart. You're right. He's really stepped up his game. I know he wants to be the he wants to win his first title, and he's doing everything he can to get it. He was in the finals for the very first Pure Heart Championship match against the Storyteller, so he knows what it takes to get there. It'll be interesting to see. All right, so have you guys even cared about the Storyteller Vagabond?
About the Soul
I was
Harvest
shocked.
match,
Yes, that they're going to be the captains.
Mama Perch, ladies first. Or I'm gonna say like this, moms first.
Behave. So, first of all, I was shocked. I mean, I have to say, I mean, not because I started it and beat Heathen, my debut, and I've won. So I was over the moon. I was so proud of myself. But it was, first of all, it was a great show, Mr. Mayhem. Big thank
Thank
you
you.
to you. So you did that good. And that match, Storyteller versus Vagabond, or if not, if it's, I think it was the match of the year. I mean,
It was very good.
it's just started the new season, right? Did I got that right?
Yes,
Right.
the first
But
match in October, so this would have been the second show.
yeah, but that was one hell of a match. And I mean, Vagabond is, oh, he is quite a devil. I mean, the judge's note and your note went up into fire. So,
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
And every time the
Wait.
judges tried to review it and write something down, they all caught fire.
Yep.
w-
And,
I
and
I
I
made to
don't know
interrupt you there, my mom. Uh,
what.
I was while that in Cologne. I hadn't got the chance to catch up anything.
Yeah.
You
So
said your notes are on fire?
yes,
No.
when I was reviewing the scores,
Yeah.
when it came time to announce the main event, my notebook caught fire. And
And
when
then
it
Mr.
burned,
Mayhem
Whoa.
got back to the judges, and the judges note got caught fire.
yep, but it only destroyed Storyteller and Vagabond's scores.
That's some real voodoo shit out there.
And
Oh.
and Vagabond took full credit for it.
Yeah. And now, because Mr. Mayhem decided their tie, they are now team captains. And
Yes.
I assume I think on the 9th of November, right? They're going to come out
Yes.
live and review the
They're going
team,
to
right?
come
On
out
the show, right?
and announce who they are drafting. So they're going to be drafting teams. And unlike
Okay.
the
Ooh.
last time, there will be all the time limits for the matches will be the exact same length. This year, the captains are putting the types of matches into envelopes, and I'm going to pull out and announce the match, and they choose and choose, and then they choose and choose. So it's all going to be all gimmick matches.
Oh,
But they're all 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
all right.
Ooh.
So it's going to be a bit different this time.
That's going to be a tough one.
Excuse me. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I'm busy filming a podcast. What you need? Okay. Sounds good. All right. Thanks. Sorry, that was my security. They just let us know a package was delivered, and we're going to have to send it through the metal detectors.
Oh.
So it's okay. No big deal. But I apologize to everybody for having to take a phone call while we were filming there. So continue on with what you were saying, Purge, about, every time the judges tried to write down the notes, and they even tried to call and give the notes, and the phones would shut down.
Holy shit.
So Vagabond was putting some serious voodoo out there. He didn't want the scores known for whatever reason.
Probably because he knows that in the end it's gonna be end up in Soul Harvest. I mean, I am a little bit of an expert in Soul Harvest matches because I was in all of the Soul Harvest matches. The only one out there who was in all of the Soul Harvest matches as team captain as well as a team member. So, Vagabond or Storyteller, I would be smart and choose one with the experience in me. So that's the first. And the second of all is, I'm gonna say like this, out of the experience, the Soul Harvest match is one of the craziest and most intense matches that you're gonna ever have. Because in the end, you might never know who's gonna face who, but you have to strategize. You have to strategize everything from who do you gonna put yourself in what type of situation? Do you gonna put yourself in the first situation, in the first situation, in the sixth, or even in the seventh situation? In the end, you have to lead your team to victory. So,
Right.
Storyteller, Vagabond, if I would be you, I would definitely choose me. Because I got experience. Can I please speak that you're not interrupting here? For God's sakes.
Hey,
It's all good, Mom. This is just each and every single time when I'm on the polls. Same old.
Entschuldigen Sie bitte, Herr Purge.
Dankeschön.
Bitte sehr.
So, I wish the best of luck to both of you, Storyteller, Vagabond. But this is an invitation. No, this is a demand that you're gonna definitely pick me for the third consecutive year of Soul Harvest. That I'm gonna make some history here. And in fact, choose Mama Purge too, that she could also have the experience here. Hell, even that. Or what do you gonna say, Mom?
Go ahead.
what do you want me to say?
I mean, say to Storyteller or Vagabond, hey, try to choose me. I am the master of puppets. I have so
You
many
want to know
puppets that I
something?
could have.
You want to know something, son? I don't have to do big commercial for myself, because if you watch the product, then you know what the product can do. So, Mr. Purge over there in the kitchen, I would be, like, wir, blah, blah, blah. Stop talking too much, because at the end of the day, it just looks stupid if you're going to put yourself on the first place. As simple as that.
All right. And I will say that, like last year and the year before, the winners on the winning team on the December show, December 7th, will be facing off in a match to determine the next number one contender to the Pure Heart Championship. So that's what's at stake.
But the Pure Heart champion is old school, right?
As of right now, yes.
Oh, foo, foo, foo. Tough one.
He would be a tough one.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we also have a non-title match. Johnny Blade, who was on the show earlier, is taking on somebody who was supposed to be here before, but because he's wanted by the law for escaping from prison, the police were hanging out in his area. So now he's supposed to be here on the show, Axel Extreme. He's an underground fighter. I know neither of you know anything about that, so
I know Axel Extreme. I fought in last proving round. Whoops.
Okay. Well, I want to ask you more along the standpoint of you have a lot of experience in the promo world. Johnny Blade does not. Is there an advantage or a disadvantage to facing somebody you've never faced or seen before?
I mean, let's just be real. Johnny Blade makes sometimes a fatal mistake. This little beginner's mistake that I even didn't teach Mama Perch in first place. He makes some beginner's mistakes with that in his last few matches. So, I mean, I have to apparently admit that last time when he defended the title, he cut it his best damn promo. But before that, it was a piss poor promo after all. And Axel Extreme, who really actually fuck it does he thinks that he can step up each and every single where? He thinks he can eat the big sharks, but he can be eaten by the big sharks itself. So with all that being said, Johnny Blade, I want to see how you are dedicated to this. I want to see how the professional wrestling manager is dedicated to some promo business like that.
Well, this is his idea, the Johnny Blade Soulfire Challenge. He wants to give people who normally don't get to see a lot of title shots, non-title shots, to try and win their way up the card. So, Mama Purge, what's your thought? Do you feel more prepared with somebody you've seen before or somebody you've never seen?
Well, as simple as that. I mean, if you're doing your homework, then you will find some footage of everybody. I mean, like you just have to do your homework. That's all. And for real, nobody actually thought that I can beat Heathen because I'm a newcomer. I'm only promoing for 7 or 8 months. So, yes, I have got a lot of footage, sure. But, I mean, Axel Extreme has got some footage. He fought the Purge in the Proving Ground and Proving Ground at his piece. So, really, I think Johnny Blade is going to make it. So, even though he doesn't have to do a lot of homework there.
Alrighty. So let me ask you both one more question here, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up. So let me think about this question here. I had it in my head, and I apologize. I haven't been feeling great, so I apologize about that as well. It'll come to me in a minute. So Purge, if you'd like to say anything to your opponents for this coming show.
I definitely don't want to say something against Mama Purge because we do have some business to do. regards to A, the reunited nation, and B, to some other contractual things that I finally get the fuck out of cartel. So AEP, Mason Blade, Mason Blade. What did it actually fuck did you think to bring in Mason Blade, somebody who can't really promo in the first place? Anyways,
He impressed
Carter
somebody
Diamond.
on the committee.
Between you and I, Mr. Mayhem, what type of marijuana did you give the judges?
What kind of what?
What kind of grass, weed, did you give the
Oh,
judges?
I do not, but I will say that Joey D did do a pretty substandard match. By his own admission, he even said it was a substandard match.
Do I actually need to see if that's the truth or not?
But I do remember my question now, and it goes to Mama Purge's statement about beating the heathen. Rich Man has come out and made it public that he thinks that Heathen threw the match on purpose to stick it to the eye of the cartel. I'll ask you first, Mama Purge. I'm not saying that you conspired with him, but do you think Heathen took it easy on you?
No, he didn't. Why should he?
And there you go. And Purge, I know you haven't seen it yet, but you know Heathen very well. Is he the type of person who would pull punches?
I leave this question unanswered because this is in Reunited Nations business. This doesn't belong in
But
anything of the
But can I
book.
say something? I throw you in something. Now for everybody to think about. Everybody respects Mama Perch. Everybody loves me. And that's why nobody will go hard on me. It's not just Heathen, it's everybody else, even Robert Haywood. It's not just, you know, Mr. Haywood. Okay, sorry. It's not just Heathen, it's, you know, nobody will go hard on me.
All right, that's fair.
I think because I'm a woman and I'm Perch's mom, everybody respects me. So nobody will tell me to F off or call me, you know, like they do, call names each other. You know what I mean in promos, like, yeah? So,
Fair.
and no, he did not took it the easy way. It's just, it was hard on him because it's his tag team partner, obviously, and I'm Perch's mom, and
And,
I
and
think
that's
it's the
fair.
respect which keeps people going hard on me.
No, you know what the reason is, Mama Perch? Because I was about to keep this in silence because this doesn't belong in HSP. You was the reason that Reunited Nation was created.
Yeah.
You are basically our manager behind the Reunited Nation. You can actually, I can really say that you're operating for us behind the shadows. Because of you, we won the Revolution Tag Team titles. Because of that.
Yes, but it's also the respect people have for me. They will never ever go hard on me. I know.
Should I, Mom?
No,
Okay,
I think she's got an interesting point.
hold up,
Yeah, it
Mr.
is.
Mayhem. Weißt du, ich spreche das jetzt mal eben auf Deutsch, dass es eh kein Arsch verstehen kann.
Nein.
Heaven meint, Heaven hat extra zu mir gesagt vor dem Match, dass er nicht auf dich hart gehen möchte, weil er nicht die Freundschaft mit mir und Heaven irgendwie in Gefahr bringen möchte. Verstehst du das? Wir müssen das nicht in HSP besprechen. Wir können das nachher nach der Post besprechen. Aber sag einfach nichts mehr über diese Sache, okay? Einfach weiter. Einfach weiter.
Okay.
So on that note, let's go ahead and wrap it up. We usually have somebody coming in by this point, but we don't. So Mama Purge, Purge said things to his opponents that are getting ready to take on November 9th. So Mama Purge, your final words to the opponents.
Mama Perch is always watching you.
All right. And on that note, Purge, Mama Purge,
Thank you for having us.
thank you for a very robust and well conceived argument. Congratulations on your championship, Mama Purge. Congratulations on your first win here at Heart and Soul Promotions. I'm the important one, Mr. Mayhem, and make sure you'll join us on November 9th, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Also, next Wednesday on the 8th, we will have another Pulse. So we're going to be watching what's going on. Also, I'm drafting my response to Rich Man. He wanted to throw a fit and leave a fit. Well, I've got a response coming for him soon. I'm going to make sure he understands where I stand. Speaking of that, we'll see you at the matches.